the go live button in 3, 2, 1, and I think we're live, but give it a couple of minutes just to, there is a sort of like delay.
Okay.
Let's take a look. Go live button in 3. Okay, yes, we're live. 1. I muted myself on the YouTube, but let's just do. Come on. Let's give it a couple of minutes just to see if the audio is good. Hello, everyone. How are you? People from home.
Hi.
Hey.
And you, Jaime, Yannis, Nancy, welcome. Thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
My pleasure. Let me see if the audio is okay. Let's hear it from home. Hello, everybody. Can you please tell me if the audio is good enough? Should play some elevator music.
Please. Introducing.
Volume is too low. For who? For me or for them? I can lift my volume already. Is my volume better now? Hey Aram, thanks a lot for the message. Let me know, is it my volume or the volume of my guests? Hi Lambros, nice to have you here.
Hi.
Hi Nuno.
Hi.
I think it probably was my audio, but I also raised your audio as well. Okay, so should we start this conversation about the last competition?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
First of all, let me introduce my guests for today. We have Jaime Diaz Alvarez. You are a returning customer of ours. It's not the first competition that you do. And then we have Nancy Moreno, which also has been one of our clients in the past.
Yes.
You actually won once, right?
Yes, I won the Lego challenge.
Jaime, you did not win a competition, right? You placed
Yeah,
third.
I got the second place also in traveling cities.
Okay, yeah, I remember that. And what about you, Yannis? Is this the first time that you join one of our competitions?
Kind of. I actually tried to join once on the first competition, but I kind of did something wrong by submitting the image, so I didn't submit it. But yeah, the first official.
That sucks.
That sucks.
It
really
does
sucks.
suck. Yeah, I know. Anyway, so before we move forward with the actual show, let me take just a few seconds to say thank you to our sponsors who allow us to make videos like this. Thanks Maxon, Evermotion, Depositphotos, CGarchitect, and of course Sini software. The models for this competition were actually provided by Evermotion. If you do go into the link that we have in bio, you can actually buy Evermotion models, and this is an affiliate link. It helps the channel grow. And we also have an affiliate link with the guys from Depositphotos. We've been using their stock photos to make, all the social media that we do. And also a lot of the things that we're posting, even on my own Instagram, for instance, I use a lot of Depositphotos images, and they've been very kind to us. And so if you do buy from them, we do get a little kick, and it helps the channel. But anyway, enough of this. What did you think of this Narvalo 3D 2000 competition? When you saw the announcement, what did you think? Let's go with Yannis, because it's the first time that we have him on the channel.
When I saw the competition, first of all, I was interested in going back and searching for Narvalo, so that was the first thing I did. And then no, I felt it was like something in my comfort zone, like trying to experiment with fruits and so on. So it has been something positive in my mind. So I started thinking really nice about it.
Did any of you thought this was a joke?
At the
Yes.
beginning, yes, I thought so. I didn't understand a thing. Like the video was very funny, but it was like, what the fuck is this?
Same. I thought it was
Nancy, what did you think when you first saw the announcement?
Doesn't make sense to me. I didn't understand render of fruits and what?
You know how many people reached out to me and said, Fabio, sorry, I don't want to bother you. What do I need to do? And then I was like, you know fruit? Yes. Make a rendering of fruit. We were like, what?
I was one of them. Yes.
Don't worry, you were not the only one. And what about you, Jaime? Because, one thing that I like about you specifically is that you always like to play with the brief and really break all the rules. And so, we at the D2, we always look forward to see which kind of work you hand in.
Well, when I saw the announcement, as I said, it was like, what the fuck is this? I had to see the video like 4 or 5 times just to
Yeah.
get it clear. Like, really, is this happening? Is this the challenge? And then I started thinking like to get an idea, because usually I get ideas from you guys talking in the presentation video, but this time it was like no idea was coming to my mind, and fuck, what did I do? I was thinking of maybe doing some kind of old style painting with fruits and so on, but it was like everyone will do this, and that's it. And then suddenly I got the idea.
So let me just show quickly the work that you guys have done. I'm displaying right now the work of Yannis. I have to say, Yannis, this was amazing. Like, the textures, the realism, and also like a very bold decision to do something that, some other people might consider disgusting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's actually exactly what I tried to play with. I mean, when I saw the competition and I was starting thinking fruits, I was like something really nice and nice textures and nice everything, like sunny and everything really happy. And then I thought, okay, this must be a bit
And
boring.
then plot twist.
Yeah, and then it was. I must say, it helps also an experience I had a couple of days later, because I was getting some strawberries out of the fridge, and like one of the strawberries had gone bad, and I was like, instead of instantly throwing the strawberry or cutting it out or something, I was like starting to looking at it and say, okay,
I can do this.
Could be something.
Okay, now I have an idea. I'm gonna put 3 apples on the balcony for a month. Then I'm gonna just take a picture the day of the... Wait, let me just show also the work of Jaime. I think Yannis won, and then Nancy, you came in second, right?
No.
You came in third, okay. And then
Yes.
Jaime came in second. And actually, there was another person together with you, Nancy, third position, Ryan. He was there last month, so we did not invite him. Actually, we were supposed to ask him anyway, but we forgot, both me and Jason.
Okay.
And so it's like, I wrote him last minute. I was like, I'm so sorry, man. We make mistakes. It doesn't matter. But anyway, Jaime, I really like your image. We're gonna talk about it in a second. I thought that the idea was very powerful, and now I'm showing the image of Nancy. Also, like I was afraid that people were like, "No more astronauts, please."
I know.
All right, you know what? Let's start talking with Nancy about her own project. Nancy, do you want to break down a little bit how you approached this project? What was going through your head when you opened 3ds Max and said, "Okay, let's do something"?
Well, I honestly, at first time, I didn't think to get into the challenge. I didn't have time. But then I watched the video and I didn't understand nothing. And I saw it was just for fun. So that was get my attention. And I saw it was about you have to do something about the future of the fruits. So
That's so
I wanted,
silly.
I know, but whatever. I wanted to do something really crazy, something I don't. So I thought about my first thought was to do a land of fruits, but everything made with fruit, like animals, plants, and all the stuff. But that um, that didn't have any reason to be. So then I started to think what I could do with a reason, and then I don't know how, but I think about this giant mutants fruits and the astronauts, and I start to think how this uh, illogical idea can be logical at the same time. So I invented this story about the human consume all the oxygen and they need to put the helmets and the suits to breathe. And on the other side, the fruits capable of use this
The
the
carbon
sun,
dioxide.
the radiation. Yes, the radiation. They can make energy for themselves, and they mutate
It's
and
really well thought.
evolved, and now they rule the planet.
So, did you smoke something funny before?
What?
Did you smoke something funny before thinking
My
all this?
You
Yes,
know, the thing is that Nancy's from Mexico, and so telenovelas, man, telenovelas.
could be. And I don't know. Then I started to put the the fruits, and then I talk about Narvalo as a king. Um, at the first time, I thought about the pineapple because already has
The
the
crown.
crown of leaves. But later I thought about the strawberries because I don't know they have style, and I started to put all this court of fruits with the soldiers and the people fruit and the praying astronauts, and I start to put all in place. And finally, with the atmosphere, I wanted to get something old. Uh, you can feel the place is old and destroyed, and like many years uh, pass. And
Okay,
that's
I
why.
see.
Yes.
Jaime, you
Uh,
wanna go next? Oh, sorry,
No,
Nancy.
no,
I
no,
thought you were finished.
And the Narvalos glasses and the big strawberry.
Actually, that's a very good detail that only those who have watched the original Narvalo
Yes,
video could actually know, right?
yes, yes. I had to put the glasses.
I wonder how many people are actually looking for now a Narvalo license, to test it.
I know.
Jaime, you wanna go next?
yeah, of course.
So I have your image now open on the screen.
Okay.
Tell me what was going on through your head when you first started working on this. How did you come up with the idea? What was your thinking process?
Well, the first idea I had for the image was like somebody else did, like Back to the Future, like with the DeLorean, and I wanted to put like Marty McFly as a fruit with a jacket and all the clothes, and
Oh,
I wanted to do this, but I didn't have time because it was like 3 days before when I started. So
okay.
I had
Mhm.
to change the idea
Makes
and make
sense.
something real, like something possible. So I remember this. Well, I didn't quite remember where I got the idea from, but I was when I saw this Sony Bravia
The
ad,
commercial.
the commercial, yeah. Somehow I thought I have to do this in 3D. And it came back to my mind because I already forgot the reference, and so I imagined like the streets of San Francisco with lots of fruits bouncing and coming down the street and so on. So I wanted to do this like a massive avalanche of fruit, like something. And it took me quite a while to get this sensation of massiveness of like millions of fruits falling down. It was a bit tedious
Yeah.
with Tyflow because I'm not very expert at it, and but I think I got something I like. So
It was funny because during the conversation, people were asking questions such as, why are the fruits so small and the basket so big? And also, why is the fruit
Yeah.
raining instead of like running down the. And so it's like,
in fact, they are not raining; they are bouncing a lot, you
okay.
know. But I
Sure,
think
sure.
yeah, the measure of the
Whatever
fruit.
you say.
I can show the animation. They all came from the back of the scene, but I wanted like the sensation of lots of fruits everywhere. So I like intendedly I put like a lot of bounce on the fruit so you could see like everywhere and so on. And I also wanted to do like many things, like lots of people running, and I wanted to do some crushed fruit in the streets and so on. But I didn't just I hadn't any time to do so. So I just like make all these like the the crushed fruit juice falling down the street. You can see the on the
Yeah.
street like it's wet from the and that's all I got. I wanted also to put like the guy, some guys in the tram and so on, but I guess the time was up, so I got this.
Good time.
It's a good thing that we didn't get any complaints from any vegans, like, what are you guys doing?
You are throwing lots of fruit.
Yannis, let's go to your image. I now
Yes.
have it on the screen. Beautiful. Congratulations to all of you guys. Um,
Thank you.
Yannis, you did something like extra. Like it was, like everybody thought that this was going to be the winning
Thank you.
image. Can
Thank
you
you.
break down, your you've already shared with us a little bit of your thinking process, but like how did you approach this project? How did you achieve such, high level of details and realism?
You can
Uh,
touch it.
Robert, sorry.
You can touch
You
the
can touch.
the render. Yes.
Thanks, thanks. It's really interesting because it's always I try to do that. It doesn't work all the time, but yeah, this time somehow it did. So as I said, I came with the idea of the rotten fruits, and I started experimenting with Fits One. I download the Evermotion models, and I saw which models are in. I wanted. Actually, there was no strawberries there, so or Nancy, did you get the strawberries from the Evermotion? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Uh,
From
okay,
Evermotion.
I missed the strawberries then. But I started working, and I thought maybe at the beginning to do some forest back, like scattering things on the surface of the fruits, and it was like too. I thought, okay, stop it. It doesn't go anywhere. And I was actually just a bit before leaving the project completely. And then I kind of said, okay, maybe try to do to myself, try to do some texture, and actually that worked much better. And I began with having two different type of materials on the fruit, and like one the healthy one and one the rotten one. And I had the idea of mixing them with distance texture and control that through a geometry. So it was pretty easy then to kind of manipulate the angle and everything, how you want to do it. And of course, looking through the images for inspiration, I thought that the worms are really make the image would make the image like really convincing, and and I think they did. And yes, and after I put the fruits all together and trying to find a nice angle with this depth of field, also, I mean, it's really easy to get something really nice. And I knew it should be like a darker place and so on. So yeah, I think at the end everything came kind of together. And I think the last thing that I had to kind of fix, it was like the worms itself.
The worms.
Because, yeah, because it was like, I think it was so at the beginning I used them really straight and really on one direction, and they were like guiding the eye totally out of the image. So I thought at the end maybe like curving the tails would make a difference, and then and then I thought that they could create a triangle, these three worms where the eye can worm. So that's pretty much the project, I think. But the main idea and what I feel that I feel first honored that I got the first place, but I'm more honored because this moment that I have with the strawberry and seeing the strawberry as a whole, as not as a something healthy and something unhealthy, it's a moment that it was kind of real for me, and it was the moment that I tried to transmit also on the image.
Yannis, let me ask you, is Lambros a friend of yours?
Lambros is my partner.
Okay, because he's saying, are the worms photogrammetry or do you have a pet worm?
Yeah, no, it's the most, he knows actually, but it's the most simple thing, geometry. And we are like kind of love photogrammetry within us. We work together. And yeah, no, the worms are really, really simple also, in case someone wants to know.
Well, the material looks really amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. And I think, like also the little webs, which I don't think it's webs, it's more like maybe it's the slime of the worms, right?
It actually started as the idea of the webs, but then when I rendered them, I thought, oh, this looks like slime, so maybe it's even better. Leave it like that.
Yeah, this is like unbelievable. But anyway, I want to ask you guys a few questions, because we try to build a community, and so the whole reason why we started to make these challenges was also because we thought, let's try and help people get through this corona time. And I want to ask you, how is everything going on your end? Were you affected by the pandemic with your business, with your mood? Are things starting to get a little bit better? How do you feel personally? Anyone can go.
Well, I loved all these challenges in the beginning because I was like for 1.5 months I didn't have any work because it was all paralyzed. So I started like following all the challenges. I've done all of them except one, the challenge
All.
the challenge four, which was matte painting, because I don't really like matte painting. I like making my own image, not using others. So that's the only one I didn't do. But I started like just as something funny to do, like to spend all the time I was in home. I couldn't go outside and so on. And this took me like to a new level of making images. I really appreciate Fabio. I told you the other day. It's because I forced myself to make something like telling a story and making
Yeah.
everything much right
Yeah.
and dedicate like that time that you don't dedicate to clients because they just want it for tomorrow. And I like to spend some time like composing the image and telling like a little Easter eggs. Usually I put everywhere, but this time I didn't have much time. But and I really love this. And then the NFTs came, and it's something I would really love to enter. I'm already in foundation, but I guess I need like to be famous or something to sell my NFTs. But time will say.
What about you, Yannis?
Like the pandemic, it was at the beginning. It didn't kind of reduce the work, but it kind of make it stretched a little bit. And actually, after the in the pandemic, it was like when I started collaborating also with Lambros, and because of the work. So, but what the pandemic did, it was like. Although because I was more at home, I tried to get out to the world. So I started discovering all the D2 stuff that was online since forever, and I had the feeling that I want to start getting more in touch, also getting into the community, as you said, and I found excellent also the challenges and that I'm here right now. And I think in general, what the pandemic did personally is that make me concentrate more on where I want to go and like having more than a goal and trying to realize it, and less like there's also of course stuff that coming with the pandemic that are not like so pleasant, and like we have to start seeing more people soon, but. I think there could be also good stuff that we can carry on with us after that.
Nincita, what about you?
Well, I was just like Jaime. I have not worked for 2 months, I guess, and I start to follow you on your challenge, and also I participate in kind of all, and and I like to do this challenge because challenge myself to solve my ideas, to if there's something I don't know how to do, I have to learn how to do that. So I don't know, in uh, I grow with all of this, and I really love that. And also I was experimenting my artistic part of me. I my I work for architectural visualizations, so I don't have this chance to do something uh, of my ideas. I feel kind of limit, so I really love to do these things and these crazy ideas and all that stuff.
I'm very happy to hear all this. And do you guys think that now things start to get a little bit better, also work wise, the mood of people? What is your feeling?
Yeah, well, I'm still like wanting to make like for traveling and I want to go to many places, but I can't. I was going to go to to Thailand this summer, and I couldn't. I had to change the plane tickets and so on. So it's not still finished, and we are still like with these restrictions of you have to be home at 11 p.m. and you can't be more than 6 in the street together and so on. And what I really want is like to have a barbecue with all my friends and drink beer and
Yes,
hug each other,
we all
like
want that.
it's hopefully this summer, maybe with the vaccine. Who knows? Let's hope this happens. Yeah.
Yannis, you wanna?
I think personally, the things are getting a little bit more intense now at work. But I think the people. Another thing is that the people now are much more easy to start communicating with some guy on the other end of the world. That they saw the job and they liked it, and so they contact. And I think that's also something good, that the world is kind of connected a bit more with, but more with a purpose. Like not I'm not connecting with someone in the other side of the world because it's cheaper and because he has to do that. He can do it much easier and faster. But because I like to do that with him, and I think that's something really interesting that can also be positive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I think that, if there is one positive side to this whole thing, which, positive, it's a huge over use of the word, is the fact that, we have learned, we have adapted, and we have learned to also appreciate the digital side of things a little bit better, because that's also one of the issues when you work remote, right? That people think you're behind the computer and you're just I don't know what, and you're supposed to work cheap, right?
Yeah. Totally impersonal. Yeah,
Yeah.
and now it's becoming the completely opposite. And the only strange thing is that it's becoming on a more strict way. We have to do it instead of we can plan it and do it better. And it's funny because last year I was thinking of making a small animation for a Greek architect who, at the 60s, 70s, he made a study on a future city, which on the 70s he has foreseen that we are going to work like that. And he has completely on this city there are no transportations. The people are connected through the internet and everything. And it's been already studied. I mean, from several people, I think, and it's a pity that we do it now in a strict way. We have to do it, and yeah.
Can you imagine this Greek architect 50 years ago talking to Vasilis and saying, Internet, re!
Amazing. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. It's
Nancy, actually, you also managed to find some partners and some work through the challenges, right? If I don't mistake.
Yeah, kind of. Yes, some people look at my works and reach me. But well, about the work, it's better now. Day by day, I have more. And about the social distance, it's a little better now, but still, we have restriction and all that. And I want to do a party with a lot of people, but I can't.
I was talking about
Yes.
it today with a friend that, I was like, when they gonna open things up, I'm just gonna go with my pajama to the bar and just have breakfast there. I don't care. I now live outside,
I could do that too.
Let me.
Yes.
No, sorry, Nancy,
Tell
I
me.
cut you. No, I wanted to ask you, like, what would you like to see in a future challenge from us?
But what was the question? I don't understand
What would you like to see in a future
what
challenge? Like, what the topic should be, or
the
what would you
topic.
like to do? Yeah.
I have one topic. I love fractals. I think that could be really crazy things out there. Maybe that could be the topic. I also did a fractal with the challenge of the fashion. The fashion era
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
fashion.
remember. Yeah, the fashion, digital fashion.
digital fashion, that one. I did a fractal with the costume was a fractal. So I think I don't know,
Okay.
maybe
We will think about this.
could be anything. The nature is made by fractals also, so could be
Cauliflower.
interesting. Cauliflower,
Cauliflower.
exactly. Could be interesting. Yes.
Yannis, what about you?
I don't know if it could be a topic, but I mean, what if you ask people to photogrammetry stuff and make an image with the things that they did, they photogrammetry, they did. I don't know. Maybe it's too much to ask.
The problem is that we have seen with the majority of our followers is it's a lot of people that work with archivists usually work already with assets, you work with materials that are already done, and so a lot of the work isn't really creative per se, meaning
Yeah.
that you have to create things. It's just that you put things together, right? And so if we move a little bit away from that, because people are busy and don't have the time, we take a risk. And so we have seen it in other challenges in the past where we have asked people to do a little bit more modeling. The attention went like and so
But maybe finding someone that can provide such models, that would be interesting. There are a lot
but
of,
then it wouldn't be a photogrammetry competition.
no,
it's
no,
like
but still
I-
without, yeah. Sorry.
I keep saying, this riddle to people. In 2013, I had a job in a company, and we had an application from somebody who said he was an Evermotion artist. And so I reached out to him because we needed somebody, and I asked him, I was like, "Oh, you worked for Evermotion?" And he was like, "No, I just use Evermotion assets." So it's like, nowadays you can be a CG Mood artist or a Turbo Squid artist, Jaime, what about you? What would you like to see?
I'd love to see like a science fiction environment challenge. Like maybe
Another
from another
one.
planet.
I'm off.
Another one. Which one?
We have
you
done
mean?
quite a few, which were like,
The traveling
Yeah,
traveling.
but
was one.
yeah, but that was cities, not environment. Like I mean, a natural environment, like with crazy
Okay.
stuff, like maybe
Forest.
from another planet. Like you don't have
But
standard trees.
next month we actually, in a few days, we're going to announce the next challenge, which is going to be. I don't know if I'm supposed to say it already, but anyway, you wanna keep an eye out for that challenge. It's going to be the Tomorrow Challenge. It's a very famous challenge. It was done on other channels before. Now they're doing it with us, and so we're very excited about this. And I tell you, it's going to be an exciting challenge.
Nice.
Wow.
Cool.
And you're gonna like that because that's basically what's gonna happen. I cannot say anymore. I'm gonna get fired by my own company. But anyway, guys, one more thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up because believe it or not, we have already been going for 45 minutes.
What?
Time
Okay.
flies, and also like when Jason is not here, I start to talk a lot myself.
You know.
No, Nancy. Thank you. It's all right. We're gonna continue that conversation later.
Okay.
But anyway, we often get people saying, I don't want to enter the challenges because people are too good and they're too skilled. And I disagree with that. What do you guys think? Like,
Well,
if somebody says, I'm not good enough to do this, what would you tell them?
I could show them the first challenge I made. It was terrible. Like the
Yeah.
Yannis Efstathiou one,
The lens, yeah.
I don't like this image at all. But there it is. I mean, you evolve, you learn, and you. It's a good thing to try. I mean,
And I think that, as a community, we've been very welcoming also of like, beginners,
Yeah.
we don't point the finger against those who do bad work, it's normal, if I look at the images, the other day I was going through my hard drive and I looked at the images that I did for my graduation and I'm like, fuck, it's like I should not be allowed to say anything about visualization.
But I guess this is not gonna change. I mean, even in 10 years, 20 years, you're gonna look back and you're gonna say, "Oh my God."
I look at my work now and I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
But that happens to me with the work I did like 2 weeks ago. I loved it, and I see it again, and what the fuck I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I try not to see it, and I'm fine.
2 days later.
What
But
about you, Yannis? Since this is your first competition, what would you recommend?
I would, because I think I would be that guy that you describe. I would say like, no, I'm really not not good, and I think like I could say what I would think wrong. I would think that I wouldn't made it until I do something really good. And as you say, you never reach that really good level because every time you want to evolve. So I think just participating and also getting the feedback that you give for all the images, that's really, really cool as well. I mean, we should, everyone that participates in the competition should stop taking that personally and start seeing what are the possibilities that that can come in the future, I think.
I agree. Nancy, what about you?
Well, as Jenny said, the feedbacks are really good. You can learn from that. I learned from a few feedbacks from my challenge.
Not mine.
Not yours. But I think I do better now. And if you have the opportunity and if you feel this curiosity to do the challenge, just do it and enjoy. Yeah, you can grow, you can learn a lot of things.
Yeah,
I agree.
I will post one day my evolution of the challenges, so
Yeah.
people. Yeah, because I have them all, and you can see clearly. Like the first one sucks, and the last one is not that bad. So
Yeah.
But you know that the reason why Beeple started to make the everydays is actually that he wanted to, improve every single day a little bit more, right? And look at him, he made 69 million selling one NFT.
Not bad, not bad.
It's not bad, right? All we need to do is wait 15 years now.
Yeah. I need
All right.
collectors.
Guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I wanna say congratulations again to you, Yannis, for winning, Jaime, Nancy, and also Ryan for qualifying third place. He's not here with us because he was already at the last month show. I wanna say thank you to Maxon, Evermotion, Depositphotos, CGarchitect, and Sini Software. Nigel is here with us now. He just tuned in. Thanks a lot for the support. Without you, we could not make these videos. and so we're very happy that you help us out. And also, we cannot make these challenges without our community. So thank you guys for entering, for downloading the models, for making beautiful things, and for creating all this chaos that then, we don't know where to look because of all the notifications that we get all the time. And for us, it's like it's not as good as when we meet in person for the actual event, but it's still something. You get to talk to people, you get to connect, and you get to spend a couple of hours talking about something that everybody loves, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Guys, I want to thank you again for taking the time. Yeah, of course, Yannis.
I just want to say it's a big tip I want to give, for creating the worms. I had 2 people that helped me a lot. It was my 2 children, and I want to. They were they were like one sitting on my lap and one here at the back, and we were modeling together the worms. So that's one tip also for the people to win the competitions.
Are you recommending child labor?
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I make stupid jokes. That's what I do.
But we have to love anyway. Thank you, Fabio. Also,
my pleasure.
This,
my pleasure.
This
and it's a shame that Jason could not join us tonight, but it's okay. Next time we're gonna do the announcement on the 3rd of May. So make sure that you follow us, that you are subscribed, hit the little notification bell so that you know when we go live, so that you can be kept up to date with the actual challenges. Guys, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna stop the stream. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching from home. I give you a big digital hug, and we'll see each other next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.